know for sure, but that's my guess. That's terrible, isn't it?
Sort of, yeah. Yeah, you have to film like kind of on a what about 30-degree out on like 30-meter one day.
Yeah, it's awful. And one of the crossbars is off. The whole thing is terrible. That's the thing as well, that you're right, some of them have the feeder sites as well, so like, you know, even if you're straight into a game, you're driving, you're in a fly for 3.5 hours. You can fight like 7 hours. It hurts to, you know, you can't just.
Hello, mate. Just seen your post. Sorry? Glad did you put the link? Good to see you. I'll come around.
Yeah, when they're out of
Cool, put up. 2 Justins. 3 Justins. Is it Davis or Davies? Davies, that's right, Davies. Davies.
How many goals do they get to the captain's armband? That's what I want to know. They must be scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Well, you are all very welcome along. We are here at Barton Park and we are stationed in the Frank Arrock stand, as we always are when we come to see St George FC play at home. This is an absolutely crucial night in the season for St George FC. You look at the couple of games they got. They got SD Raiders tonight, followed by that they've got Apia Leichhardt, Western Sydney Wanderers, Blacktown City and Sydney United 58. They are currently sitting on a meagre 20 points and their goal difference is minus 22. They absolutely must win tonight in their relegation dogfight against Sydney Olympic. They're sitting in second last as we speak, 15th place on the ladder. And against them, probably one of the favourites for relegation at the start of the season, but they have absolutely outperformed under fantastic coach Goran Laboya. SD Raiders are sitting in 10th spot off the back of 2 fantastic wins. They beat Marconi last week, the Big Brothers, and the week before that they beat Wollongong Wolves 3-2 with only 10 men. So 2 wins in the last 2 weeks against Australian Championship opponents. That's been terrific. They're also on a fantastic cup run. They have drawn the MacArthur Bulls in the next round of the Australia Cup, the round of 16. So they are cock-a-hoop at the moment and playing really, really well, full of confidence. And we'll bring you their team now. Figueira in goal. At the back, it's Cooper Hannigan, McHugh Shore, McGrath and Bevan. In midfield, Marchich, Lee, Ragg and Malfara. Seb Malfara will captain the side. And up front, Noah Chianese and Marty Fernandez. On the other side, St George FC, Hugh Soy in goals, Rocco Smith, Jaden Cito on the captain, Pat O'Shea, Evan Souris, Justin Poon, Jaden Casella, Mark Rogic, Chris McStay in the middle of midfield, Skatarich and Haddad up front. And we are off and running. Ayad Naji is our centre referee. And he has got us running, and the ball is played forward straight away, looking for Chianese. And he gets a terrific touch there. There's Noah Chianese. Got an early opportunity here, the men in green. And the ball is crossed in there to the back post. It is away and out. For a goal kick, Charlie Ragg with the cross there. So confirming I had Nagy as our centre rep. He's got Alessandro Lallana and Daniel Kornowski as his assistants tonight. And Blake Sanchez Cruz is our fourth official. Probably expecting a very close game tonight. When these two sides met in round 11 at Ernie Smith, a 1-0 win for the ST Raiders. A late goal from Luka Knezovic. Knezovic is not going to be playing tonight. He was red carded just 2 weeks ago against Wollongong Wolves in only the 23rd minute. So Knezovic, the scorer for these two teams last met, beg your pardon, not out there tonight. Now McStay on the ball now. McStay had a terrific performance last week, but he's lost out. Hazi Tamalfara sliding across. This is the captain, Pat O'Shea, making contact with the ball. Caught a little bit of Malfara's hip there as well. But, he's up and recovered quickly. And now here is Ragg again on the ball. Ball played in towards the edge of the box. Well, shouldered away there by Rocco Smith. And Evan Souris, the makeshift right back, drops it off for O'Shea, and he plays it long. For Skataric. The crumbs fall for McStay. McStay for Skataric takes a brilliant touch and then plays the ball into space. Casella, he's in behind. Casella, will he shoot? Drives it in low. Blocked away though for a corner. He was absolutely everywhere last week. It was Casella. Got himself into the team of the week as well. Jaden Casella with a terrific performance. And he has won the first corner of the game for the home side. Chris McStay trotting across to take it. Having a little look at how they're going to set up here. It's a relatively even distribution of players inside the box there. Now they're all congregating inside the 6-yard box. We've got Casella hovering on the edge of the box. Everybody else just inside that 6-yard box. McStay now to float in the corner. Well, he drives it in low to the edge of the box. Well, a planned move there, and a chance for SC Raiders to break now. It's 3-on-3 here. Ball is played forward for Ragg. Ragg takes a touch, but he doesn't quite take a confident enough touch there, does Ragg. And Evan Souris was delighted with that. And he plays the ball away because charging forward in support was Lockie McGrath there. Charlie Ragg, if he got it, looking to release his teammate, but couldn't quite get a strong enough touch on it. Now it's back up towards halfway. Skataric battling for the ball. Can't win it. Kianese beaten in the air. That doesn't happen very often. And here's McStay again for Skataric. Skataric holding up the ball really well. He's around the last defender. Driving now inside the box. Skataric drops it back to the edge. Haddad! Glorious opportunity. 3 minutes on the clock. And Edmund Haddad, the ball fell onto his left foot. Skataric played it in, but over the bar it went. And speaking of over the bar, there's a little bit of an omen here for the home side. They are playing in the same colours, the red, the white and the green of Mayo. Mayo won the All-Ireland Gaelic Football Championships on the weekend, ending a 70-something year drought. 1951, they've gone all the way back. Not quite 70 odd years, but 147 days since the St George side have had a home win. 147 days is a very, very long drought. They'll be looking to end that famine tonight, just like Mayo did on the weekend. And just to add to the omens, the away side ST Raiders are playing in green, as were Mayo's opponents, Kerry. They also play in green. So the omens are there, the colours match. The drought is not quite as long, but they'll be looking to end it now. Kianese looking to get on the end of it there. Ball is crossed in, but O'Shea wins it well in the air. And he finds Casella. Casella again for Skataric. Skataric finds Rodic. And the ball finds us back now for Rocco Smith. Lovely feet there from Rocco Smith. Again, looking to find Skataric. Can't quite find him there. Ethan Bevan paying very, very close attention to Skataric, who's been very lively in these first 5 minutes. As has Haddad. Haddad coming into the side tonight. Isaac Cunningham started last week. But, he's found himself on the bench tonight. Was substituted off at half-time last week here. Wasn't quite able to get to the pace of the game. But, he'll possibly be used as a sub by Steve Karafatakis. He's feeling positive, Steve Karafatakis, when I spoke to him earlier. He knows how important this game is. Not many games left, and games against teams further up the ladder. Poon now drops it off for Souris. Poon making the run again. Skataric is there looking to get a touch. Gets a touch, Skataric, but only finds a green jersey. And it's back now with Matty Lee. Lee All the way back for Figueira. Haddad is pressing Figueira now. He chooses to play it down to McHugh Shore now on this near side. McHugh Shore dropping it back inside for Lee. And now Bevan striding forward with the ball. Drops it out line. Looks to get it back again. Again, a little drop and sort of the hips there from Cooper Hannigan in the 4 jersey. And he's going again, Hannigan. The pass is just a little bit too long. Rocco Smith is there. And a delicate header from Smith. Back to his goalkeeper, Hugh Soy. Clean sheet for Hugh Soy. Fantastic start for the former Sutherland Sharks. Gloveman. Not a tremendous amount of clean sheets so far this year for the men in red. Hugh Soy came in, got his start after Vedran Janjetovic received his marching orders a few weeks ago against Spirit and serving a suspension at the moment. He will have been delighted with that performance last week, Hugh Soy. Not a significant number of saves to make, but what he had to do, he did with confidence. And nothing like a clean sheet to inspire confidence in a keeper. Now, Bevan striding forward, but Skataric comes back. Felt there was a foul there. It's Haddad now pressing forward, looking to find Poon. Poon takes a touch just from the edge of the box, going to go around the outside. Chooses to step back in. Finds McStay. McStay again for Poon. And Poon now for Souris. Souris takes a touch in a second. Drops it in now to the back post. Casella is there. Can he get a touch? Can't quite get a touch, Casella. It's cleared away by Malfara, the captain. They've won it back again with Rodic. Referee just jumping over the ball nicely there. Good dexterity from Ayad Naji. Souris for Poon. From McStay. Not sure they had a period of sustained possession like this last week. St George FC, but they're playing it around with confidence. Skataric now, looking to get in behind. Skataric driving for the ball. Gets a touch, Skataric. Does it come back off the keeper? Referee and linesman look at each other. And Skataric does absolutely not agree with that, and he's making his feelings known. But a long look there between Ayad Naji and his assistant on this near side as to whether that was going to be a corner or a goal kick, and in the end, goal kick is given. And McHugh Shore now striving forward and playing it into space where Chianese is coming and attacking the ball, and the ball has gone over Hugh Soy's head. Took a very awkward bounce there for James Hugh Soy. Tried to head it away, coming on the edge of the box. Ball still not away, and it's Rag again now on the edge of the box. Finds Chianese. Chianese. He's got Lee there. He's got Fernandez. Lee looking to get the ball a second time and a third time and a fourth time. Fourth time was not the charm, and it's played forward long by Sito. And now a similar situation at the other end. Skataric battling hard, winning the ball really, really well here. Who is going to want this game more will be really, really interesting. Skataric finds McStay. McStay drives the cross in. It's blocked away well by McHugh Shore. They're almost certainly safe from relegation, ST Raiders. Not quite mathematically safe, but you look at the games that St George have, and you look at the games that Sydney Olympic have, and you think very, very unlikely that they're going to win the 3 or 4 out of 5 that they need to stay up. And so in all likelihood, ST Raiders are safe. And so their season now, it's just about enjoying themselves. I beg your pardon, playing good football. And of course, focusing in on that Australia Cup game. And that is the question. Will they play a little bit casually here? Will it mean much more to St George FC? And so far, it's meaning more to the men in red. Not quite 10 minutes gone. Justin Poon bearing down on the edge of the box. Poon drives it in across. It's blocked. And it falls to McStay. McStay floats it in. But, 2 players in red retreating out of the box. And McStay looking to play it in behind. But, Figueira comes. He takes the ball confidently. Bowls it out to his defender. Gets it back. And then touches it out for McGrath. The fantastic combination, of course, of Bevan and McGrath at the back there. Lovers of 1990s and 2000 Australian cricket. I know that Bevan and McGrath competition served Australia really well, but it hasn't served SC Raiders too well now. They've given the ball away. And Skataric now has found Casella. Skataric again. The ball is cleared away. McGrath on this occasion. And Haddad felt like he was fouled there. And the referee says, yes, I agree. And there's going to be a free kick in a dangerous area. Almost 10 minutes gone now in this first half. I haven't watched all of St George FC's. Well, in fact, a throw-in, I beg your pardon. Not a free kick, a throw-in is given. I have not watched all of St George FC's games in recent weeks, but I've watched a lot of them. And this is by far the most confident they've looked in possession. They're working hard. There's a lot of talk between the players. They're supporting each other. And They've got SG Raiders just sitting back a fraction. As Smith finds Casella. Back again for Smith. Former Central Coast Mariners man. Haddad takes a touch. A little bit heavy, the touch. And Fernandez now coming away with the ball. Chianese looking to spread it wide, but he's closed down well by Smith. And the ball just trickles out of play for a throw-in over on that far side. About 10 metres inside the St. George FC half. It's going to be a throw-in for the away side, the men in green. What a season for their club as well. They're having terrific performances for the men's first grade side, both in this NPL New South Wales men's competition and also in the Australia Cup. And the women's team travelling fantastically well as well. They've been there or thereabouts for the last couple of years in the women's competition, trying to get promoted. But as we pause for a moment, Chianese looking to get on the end of it. Husoi comes out well this time, not using his head and using his fists, gets the ball away, and he finds Casella. Casella looking to find Haddad. Casella getting another touch. Is he fouled there? He is not. Let's keep it going. Says Ayad Naji. He's letting this game flow really nicely. As Fernandez looks to get a touch. He gets it back, Fernandez, and now finds Chianese. Chianese shaping for a shot. Chooses to drop it outside for Rag. Rag inside the box now. Onto his right foot, Rag. At the second attempt. It's taken well by Husoi, and he releases early. For Skatarich. Skatarich and McGrath. Delicate header from McGrath out towards this near touchline. And he's the first to react to McGrath. And then he drops it back to Figueira. And they'll come again from the back with Bevan. Bevan now down the outside for Hannigan. Cooper Hannigan, the man with the most number of yellow cards in this NPL Men's New South Wales competition. As I understand it, one more yellow tonight, and he would be suspended for 3 games, which would essentially end his season, but that would not affect his prospects in the Australia Cup. Suspensions do not carry across, I've been told. But, now, ball over the top. Beautiful ball over the top. Touch comes in, and the cross comes in. Excellent ball over the top. Mihail Marcic there, taking the ball beautifully, just between his shoulder and his chest. Looking to get the ball into the middle of the box. Didn't have many to aim at. Chianese was there or thereabouts. But, Rocco Smith came back really well. Blocked the ball away, but at the expense of a corner. They've really been in no hurry to take throw-ins or corners whatsoever. It's Jet McHugh-Shore, who was, I think jogging would be generous. Meandering, I would say, over to get the ball. Ayad Naji with the goalkeeper-style distribution to get him moving, and he's walking again very slowly. No indication from the referee that he's going to hurry him up or reverse his decision. But now, McHugh-Shore. 3 green jerseys just on the edge of the box. Mihail Marcic just hovering to their left, and Chianese right on top of the goalkeeper with Rocco Smith there in close attendance. And it's McHugh-Shore who now floats it in to the near post, and he comes again with the fists. Husoi, and he gets the ball as far as Casella, who gets it further away, but only as far now as Hannigan. Hannigan drops it in low for Lee. Lee, heavy pass there from Lee. Well controlled at the second attempt. And they've been forced all the way back to Figueira. He's got McGrath now on this near side. McGrath looking up, surveying the options. Drops it off from Alfara. McGrath back for his captain. Alfara again, surveying the options in front of him. Not many there. So he drops it off for Hannigan. Cooper Hannigan in possession again. Takes a second touch. It's a heavy touch there by Hannigan. Haddad closes him down well. But the deflected clearance finds its way to Chianese. And he stayed down now, Chianese. Just holding the back of his head there. That's over the top. Flag stays down. Haddad now driving forward. He's got Skatarich. He's got McStay. McStay takes the shot. Turns. Chris McStay. Deflected away. Not onto his favourite foot there, Chris McStay. But got the shot away nonetheless. But it was blocked down well. And then a collision. Rodic collides with the referee. Oh, and Rodic has just pushed the referee there. He has got to be very, very careful indeed there. We'll come back to that in a moment because play is still developing. Chianese drives the ball into the box. Fernandez is there. Souris is there. And the ball is away. Just bounces over the head of Justin Poon. We'll come back to that incident in a moment as Lee drives forward towards the edge of the box. Drops it off for Marcic. Marcic looking to find Malfara. Can't quite find him. Skatarich being encouraged to make a run there, but he wanted the ball to feed Skatarich. And now McGrath has picked it up, and he's going to play the ball out of play because Cooper Hannigan has gone down. But a very interesting incident there just a moment ago that we'll reflect back on. Great run being made down the middle by Mark Rodic. He looked up, he saw that the referee was directly beside him. Both the referee and Rodic moved in the same direction, and therefore they collided. Rodic wasn't best pleased. The referee is a player, though. The referee is out there on the field. You've got to avoid the referee as much as he's got to avoid you. And then, as SD Raiders are playing the ball out, Rodic had words with the referee and did appear to push him somewhat. The referee's going to come across and have a little word here. He's calling him across. And, he'll be looking to stay out of the referee's notebook here. There was a very, very definite push there. And the referee is having a long conversation here. No sign of a card just at the moment. Rodic would do well to just perhaps apologise and move on. Pat O'Shea got involved there briefly, looking to be peacemaker. And O'Shea speaking with Rodic again, just getting him to calm down and maybe just button his top lip just a fraction. But, the referee there, in reality, if he was going to give a card of any description, it probably had to be a red card. If he felt it was a deliberate push, you can't really push the referee and get a yellow for that. So essentially it's red or nothing. And so George FC will be delighted with the outcome of that as the referee decides no card required. And so back to live action. McHugh Shore driving the ball over the top. Beautiful touch there from Rag and Souris. He's a makeshift fullback, Souris, but he's acquitted himself well these last 2 weeks. He's held up the run nicely. McHugh Shore again floats it in towards the back post. He came, he looked, he thought better of it, did James Hussoy. He had Mikhail Marcic there in close attention. The ball has gone out, in fact, for a throw-in, which Jaden Sito is going to take now. And SD Raiders really trying to box them in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players pressing right into that corner. Fernandez, Lee, Hannigan amongst them. Marcic is there also. So no choice really but to go for the long throw-in. That's won well by Hannigan on the ground. And he's then dropped it back for McGrath. And McGrath in turn finds McHugh Shore. Lots of space and time on the ball here again for McHugh Shore, as he's had quite a few times when he's been in possession. And now Bevan and McGrath exchanging passes. And again now here from McHugh Shore. Bring it is the call because there's space in front of him. Rag is encouraging him to drive forward. And he does. And he finds Fernandez. Fernandez dancing over the ball as he does so well. And now here's Marcic over the top. Call comes from the keeper. And he comes and takes it well. He's recovered well, has James Hussoy, from that little slip up a few minutes ago. He's come twice and punched the ball well. And this time he's come and collected. And now he clears it long towards Skataric. Skataric. Looks like he was having his jersey tugged there a fraction. 6 of one, half dozen of the other, says Ayad Naji. And the ball is now back with Figueira. Figueira again for McHugh Shore. Rag now below us here, directly below our commentary position, calling for the ball every time. It's there at the back, and he's calling for it again. And Malfara now is him to spread it out here, but Souris does really well. Speaking with Steve Karavatakis, he said they've got really no options in terms of having a genuine right back. And so Evan Souris is in there doing a fantastic job as a makeshift right back. But SD Raiders appear to be aware of that when they're trying to get the ball to the feet of Charlie Rag as much as they possibly can. So far, he's been more than equal to it. That's Evan Souris. As now McStay looking to contest in the air against Malfara. Lets the ball bounce McStay and then gets a touch, finds Haddad. Haddad, not by a direct route, but alternative route, finds Skataric. And now Skataric battling again for the ball. It's hotly contested there in the middle of midfield. Skataric, Casella, McGrath battling out. McStay there as well. The crumbs have fallen in the way of the SD Raiders. And they're going to bring the ball out here on this near side with Rag. He finds Kienese. Look how deep Noah Kienese is here to get the ball. They're being driven back. Haddad pressing hard. Still pressing Haddad. The ball is just played directly into the face of Justin Poon there. And the referee is now going across to have a little chat with Jaden Casella. He is pretty chirpy at the best of times, Jaden Casella. 5 yellow cards already this season. He doesn't want an extra yellow card added. And Malfara is there as well. Doesn't appear to be pleading Casella's case, but he's pleading someone's case. McStay is getting involved as well. He's quite a tall referee, Ayad Naji. But, he's holding his own well. A lot of back chat. 20 minutes gone now in this first half. Very tightly contested game here at Barton Park. An absolute must-win for the home side. Not quite a must-win, but they can secure their position in this division with 5 games to go, which you offered ST Raiders that at the start of the season. They would have bit your hand off, I'm sure. But they can achieve that tonight with a win, and most likely with a draw. There are some unusual mathematics that would allow them to be caught, but highly, highly unlikely. And, they're playing with confidence. But, let's see if that intensity, if that will to win is still there from the ST Raiders as the game drifts on into the second half. But the ball now has drifted out of play, out on that far side. St George FC just pausing for a moment, just getting themselves set again. McStay has got the ball at his feet and he drops it back to the thrower. Plays it forward again for Haddad. Haddad plays it over the top. Casella, can he get a touch? Casella gets a touch. He's inside the box. Can't quite control it. But, he still has the ball there, Casella. Does really well and gets the deflection back. But, can't quite find McStay. But, fantastic run forward there by Casella. The ball just bounced up awkwardly for him. He's trying to control it with his head. And there is Rodic. And we're going to have our first card of the night, are we? Well, the referee is coming across now for Rodic. And that's one infringement too many. The push, well, let's not say the push, but the altercation with the referee. Somehow coming back to hold Mark Rodic there. And as Matthew Lee was driving forward, Rodic just pulled him back. Down went Lee, and out came the first yellow card of the night. And it's for Mark Rodic. His 7th of the season, Rodic. A disciplinary record, not fantastic. McStay has got 8 for the season, plus a red. Rodic has now gone from 6 to 7. And, Evan Souris and Casella both sitting on 5. Sometimes as a manager you want that, a team that's battling for relegation, you want them to pick up a few yellows, you want them battling, you want them going for those 50-50 tackles. It's not a fantastic sign if there's not a couple of bookings in there when you're near the bottom of the division. But, they've given away the foul, and now here comes the resultant free kick, floated in. And, he's come again with a lot of confidence now, Hugh Soy. He's looking to unleash Justin Poon, as I always call him, the pacey Justin Poon. And, Cooper Hannigan was there. He swept up nicely at the back. But, he's a dangerous man in possession. He's a dangerous man with the ball in front of him as well, Justin Poon. And that's what James Hughes was trying to create there, getting the ball out in front of Justin Poon, getting a touch and heading towards goal. But, couldn't quite find him. Now the ball is switched again to this near side. Terrific touch from Rag. Gets inside Souris. But, just grabbed a little bit too much of the jersey there. Did Evan Souris. He was beaten on the inside. Skataric was coming back and assisting in the defence, but again you'll see it there, just that little bit of inexperience in playing right back, and they're really focusing in on this, trying to get Rag in behind, and if he can't get in behind he's coming back on the inside as he did on that occasion. And Souris then just chose to give away the free kick rather than let Rag into open space. And now it's Malfara. Almost every single player in green up at the edge of the box, and Miguel Figueroa realised that and asked Lee to just drop back a fraction. Now Malfara with the free kick towards the back post, headed well, but headed directly into the well-positioned arms of James Hussoy. Chose not to come this time. Nicely weighted free kick from Malfara towards the edge of the 6-yard box on that far side of the field. Hussoy positioned well and took the ball comfortably. And now McStay looking to play it forward. Haddad takes a nice touch and a second. And not quite a third touch to keep possession, but enough to pass it off there to Justin Poon. And now on for Smith. Hussein Casella. Casella for Skataric. Skataric playing it in low, but Bevan does well. Gets there, blocks it down. He's battling hard, Skataric, and he gets the ball again. He's got McGrath in front of him. A little turn back inside. A little dink inside then. For Cito round the outside. Cito drives it in low. Justin Poon gets a touch. Haddad's got a touch. Rodgers' shot. But it's played away. Not all the way away, though. A little push in the back there on Casella. Ball ricocheting around inside the box. Skataric goes to ground. Well, chaos inside the box there. Chris McStay floats it in, but too close to the keeper there from a St. George FC point of view. There was pulling, there was dragging, there was tugging. It almost looked like a game of Gaelic football had broken out there in the ST Raiders box. But in the end, McStay's final cross just too close to the keeper. And they're going to break now, ST Raiders. 25 minutes gone in this first half. Their captain, Malfarah, with Chris McStay. McStay nearly picks Malfarah's pocket there. But, didn't quite do enough from St. George point of view. And now Sito is there, chasing back and chasing back well. The two number 4s contesting for possession. Sito and Hannigan. But, Sito gets there first. And throws it out, but suspicion of a foul throw there. But, referee says play on. Malfarah now. Driving towards the edge of the box. Floats the cross in. Fernandez with the header. Chianese wanted to get it. It was just over his head. And Fernandez was somewhat stretching for it there, Marty Fernandez. He scored a few wonder goals this year. But, not to be with the headed chance there. Couldn't quite find the target. And just pausing for a moment. Not an injury by the looks of things. Looks like some running repairs or perhaps a bootlace for Skataric. And now Skataric is ready, so we're ready to go again. Let's get it going, says Ayad Naji. As Husoy now clears the ball high into the sky. Contesting is Casella and Bevan. And now Malfarah. And Malfarah finds Marcic. Looking to play it forward. Just plays it towards Hannigan. Hannigan and Skataric battling away. He goes again, Hannigan. And down he goes, Skataric. Just clipped the ankles there. He's battling so hard for the ball here, Skataric. He's battling in the air, he's battling on the ground. He's chasing back hard in defence. You can see how much this means to him. But, nothing stands for a free kick there, which Hannigan takes. And now Lee against Poon. Lee is first to it. And he drops it off. Nicely for Rag. Back again now for McHugh Shore. Rag calling for it again, low. And he gets it, Rag. Little nutmeg past Justin Poon. Can't quite retrieve it. Poon drops it off for McStay. And Poon goes again. His pass can't quite find Skataric. Fernandez touches it off for Chianese. Absolute pitch battle there in midfield. Both teams flying into the challenges. Bevan and McGrath combining nicely there. And Malfarah finds Hannigan. Inside for Bevan. Bevan plays it forward. Just directly to Rocco Smith. He takes a touch in a second. His path back looked to be cut off by Chianese. He checked back inside and then turned and did find his keeper. And Casella now contesting. But can only find Lee. But Lee gives the ball away cheaply. Straight to Casella, who in turn finds McStay. McStay finds Skataric. Little glance up at the assistant referee there. No flag. And here is Souris. Lovely feet. Gets around one. Can't pass another. And he's battling back again, Souris. And now McStay, beautiful skill there from Chris McStay, but he can't quite keep the ball in. Let the ball run through his legs, Chris McStay. And then a delicate little flick to get himself past Jet McHugh Shore, but could not get the ball before it drifted out. Assistant referee beautifully positioned on this near side. And he has signalled for a throw in. No ball here, so no Chianese. Sportingly grabs the ball. Let's have a ball ready, says Skataric. We're trying to win the game here. We're playing well. We're playing with confidence. And, I think he wants some support. Some support from the club to make sure that there's more footballs there. Ball boys, something. Just to keep the game going. Approaching the half an hour mark here. And it's Fernandez striding forward. Smith dives in there well. Gets the ball. Look to get a return past Smith. No pass forthcoming. So he retreats back into his defensive duties. And now it's McStay. McStay looking to play it in for Poon. The crumbs fall for Skataric for Haddad. Again for Skataric over the top. And now there's a tug of the jersey there just on the edge of the box. Didn't really need to do that. In a dangerous position. A lot of calls for a yellow card here. Pat O'Shea straight to the referee asking how that's not a yellow card. Very dangerous position. I think calling it a goal-scoring opportunity is perhaps overly positive, but certainly an opportunity to have a shot. And Marty Fernandez grabbed the jersey of Emin Haddad. And this is an almost perfect position for a free kick. Sometimes in these situations, the free kick is just too close to the edge of the box, and so getting the ball up and down and over the wall is challenging, but it is just that perfect distance away. The wall has got to retreat inside the box. They're 2 or 3 paces away from the edge of the box, the green wall, which has got Chianese. It's got McGrath. It's got Fernandez, the guilty party there in giving away the free kick. And Casella and Poon both standing over the ball. Casella with the left foot. It's Casella with the shot. And Casella with the goal! They lead at home for the first time in almost 150 days. And it is a fantastic free kick. Driven in there, up and over the wall. 31 minutes gone in this first half. And it is Jayden Casella with the goal. Cheers ring out here at Barton Park as St George FC lead a game at home for the first time since the start of March. Their last win at home was the 7th of March. The last time they led a match was the week after that against Marconi. They have not led a match in months and months and months. Is the famine going to be over? Are the omens there? They lead by 1-0. A carelessly given away free kick, you have to say, by Marty Fernandez. A tug of the jersey that was somewhat unnecessary on Emin Haddad. Up stepped Jayden Casella, his 5th goal of the season. Up and over the wall. And down. Very, very difficult for Figueira to get down to that. And they lead by 1-0. McStay. He's given the ball away. He's won it back. And then he's lost it again, McStay. And Fernandez, he'll want to make up for that error. Fernandez. And they're going to come again, building slowly from the back with Lee. Lee finds McHugh Shore, gets the ball back again. Throws forward Lee. Not loads of options for him forward. So he finds McGrath. And McGrath to Bevan. Bevan looking to find Marcic. Just a bit too much on the pass. And the ball is now back with Hussoy. Can they end the drought here, St George? The first lead they've had in many a long day. But it's one well in the air there by Rag. And just left it drift out, let it drift out, let it drift out is the call for Evan Souris. And so he finds McStay, 8-88. McStay drifting inside 1, drifting inside 2, over the top now for Poon. Justin Poon, he's got 2 in the box today. Matt Skataric is there. Casella's there at the back post. Beautiful bit of defending there from Cooper Hannigan. Patient, calm and collected. Just chested the ball back to his goalkeeper. Beautiful piece of play there from Hannigan. Under pressure, Casella directly behind him. Waiting to get a second goal in 5 minutes. Had a little glance over the shoulder just before the ball was crossed in there. Cooper Hannigan, and a lovely composed piece of play just to chest it down. And picked up nicely by his goalkeeper. The drums are beating again. There's a dad and 2 sons that come to just about every St George FC game that I've been to. They've got vuvuzelas, they've got drums. They are the number 1 supporters of this St George FC first grade side. And now McStay with a beautiful ball for Poon. He's taking a touch, Poon. He's going to get inside the box. Coming inside, outside, and then he tries to release Evan Souris, and he can't quite get the ball away. Souris now starting back, and Poon charging across. Hussoy comes. Not taking any chances there, Hussoy. Well, he'd overcommitted somewhat, Evan Souris there. If he found the pass, he was in behind. But the pass from Justin Poon didn't quite get there, and so he had to make long strides back, Evan Souris, to get himself back into his right full-back position. He was supported well. His goalkeeper, James Hussoy, came out, got the ball, cleared it away, cleared the stadium. And that's resulted in a throw-in, which Rag has taken. And he's found McHugh Shore, who in turn finds McGrath, who finds Bevan. Across for Hannigan. Inside for Lee. Patient possession here from ST Raiders. They're sitting back just a fraction. St. George retreating and retreating. Looking like they're playing a 5-4-1 now, the men in red. And a slip there. Now Poon has got a chance, and he's got clear space in front of him. Justin Poon. He checks the ball back inside, and Rodic plays it over the top for Casella. Casella, he's got Hannigan there. Hannigan, Casella. Casella comes inside nicely. Inside here for McStay. Gets a touch at the second attempt. McStay looking to go round. Is he fouled? Well, he felt like he was. Is Haddad fouled? Well, he is fouled. The intensity in this match is terrific. The tackles are flying in. The balls are coming forward. Players chasing back. Chris McStay felt like he was fouled there. A little bit of an overly aggressive rub of the head there from Chris McStay. And Seth Malfara is coming in. And now a little bit more push and shove. He'll do well to step away here, Chris McStay. No need for that, McStay. He's won the free kick. And a little bit of a rub of the head there on Lockie McGrath. They've actually outlawed that in AFL. The somewhat cheeky rub of the head that becomes just a little bit too aggressive. And, Chris McStay will do well to walk away here. We've got ourselves an almost carbon copy of the goal that we had from Jayden Casella. Will he try the same trick again? Will he let Justin Poon have a go this time? Casella now stepping back. This is not a replay, ladies and gentlemen. This is 5 minutes later, and Casella has got a second chance. Can he repeat the trick? Or would he leave it to Justin Poon this time? Casella can't quite repeat the trick. Straight into the back of Skatarich. And Souris then has to play the ball forward. I wouldn't mind that one back, Evan Souris. A little bit aimlessly, played into the corner. No red jerseys there. But they're going to try and trap ST Raiders in the corner. The tackle came in. And, Ethan Bevan this time feeling like he was fouled as Haddad came across in front of him. Haddad seems to have come off a little bit the worse for wear there. He's hobbling somewhat. As Casella now plays it in for Haddad. And, like he had his jersey tugged there as well. There's a lot going on in this game for Ayad Naji to keep on top of. Little off the ball incidents. There's lots of pulling and dragging. Jersey tugging. A couple of late challenges going in as well. Plenty of chat between the two sets of players. And, we've still got 10 minutes or so to go in this half, and then another full 45 minutes in the second half to enjoy. And they've got some ball boys now on this near side and some footballs. Making sure that they return the ball quickly so the game can go on again, but perhaps they'll disappear if the score stays the same and we're into the second half. Now Bevan from McGrath. He's got time, McGrath, and space. Just come forward now and play it into space. So the tackle comes in really well from Rodic. Rodic does so well there. Into the tackle. Charlie Ragg. He's had a lot of ball in his first half, and the ball goes over the top. Justin Poon. Well, late flag. Late flag. The look came across from Jet McHugh Shore. He was shocked that the flag hadn't gone up. Had a bit of a double take at the assistant on this near side. And then chased back. But late flag coming up. But, Justin Poon was stopped in his tracks. And now here is Ragg on the ball again. Drops it back from McHugh Shore. Looks to play it over the top, trying to find Kianese. Way too much on the pass there, and out it goes for a goal kick. And now it is St. George FC's turn to just have a little bit of a stroll. As Pat O'Shea, the captain, gets the ball. Takes his time. Drops it back to Hussoy. Just look to see how they're setting up here, St. George FC. They've gone back to a 5-4-1 formation in defence just for a moment there when ST Raiders had the ball. But they've got men forward now, including Skatarich, who contests high in the air. And it falls for McStay. And he gets it a second time from Rodic. Drops it out for Sito. Sito over the top for Haddad. Haddad, little collision. Accidental, says the referee. And Haddad then shakes his back. And the referee says play on, no foul. And then he puts his hand in the air and he says that you're lying on the ball there. One of the more unusual rules. You can't just lie on the ball. So the referee said we're going to have ourselves an indirect free kick there. Malfara felt the free kick was taken. It's all happening. It's all happening. And the referee is just grabbing hold of it again and just saying, let's hold on for a second. Wait for my whistle. I'm going to get myself back into position. But, Indirect free kick here for Chris McStay. Great action at Barton Park. Both teams really contesting this match strongly. And now McStay looking to float the ball in. Floats it towards the edge of the box. Rocco Smith went down. And McStay thought he got the ball, and they're coming now. Marcic switches it for Chianese. Chianese now for Rag. He's got Souris in front of him. He's got O'Shea coming back. They're pouring back in defence now, the men in red. Ball is now with Malfara. Malfara loses out to Rodic. Only falls its way to Lee, and Lee drives it in. And that is no trouble whatsoever for James Hussoy. Including whatever stoppage time we have. It's probably about 5 minutes or so to go in this first half. St George FC have been well worth their lead. Jaden Casella with a beautiful dipping free kick after 31 minutes, up and over the wall and down into a very difficult position. From our vantage point here, the bottom right hand side of the goal, the left hand side for the keeper. And he got near it to Michael Figuera, but not close enough to stop it. And that is the difference between the two teams at the moment. As Bevan now comes and drives it over the top for Marcic. Marcic going to get round the outside. Can't go around the outside, and there's a touch there. 2 touches off a red jersey. Rocco Smith rather left the ball. Jaden Cito felt he was going to clear it. They somewhat left it to each other. And then the ball drifted out for a somewhat needless corner, you'd have to say. Which SD Raiders are going to take it again. They appear to be in absolutely no rush to take this whatsoever. Chet McHugh was walking. He's now, I'm going to generously say, jogging across to take it. And now he's gone back to a walk. St George FC won't mind this at all. Wipes his brow with both arms. He really is taking as much time as he likes here, Jet McHugh. And every single player in green is in the attacking third of the field. They've got nobody within 10 metres of the centre circle. So they're pouring men forward here for this corner, which is floated in low. And Smith is there. Has he got a touch? They got there first. Rocco Smith, according to our referee. And we're going to have an instant replay of that corner. McHugh again. Same setup. Almost in a direct line, along the line of the penalty spot. All the green jerseys, and it's floated in now towards that penalty spot. And it's flicked in, still there, but cleared away. And Atad now has got a chance to clear the ball further. And he clears it away well. But with so many players in the box there, if the ball is not cleared away first time, you're almost certainly going to have some sort of danger. Can someone get a shot in? Will there be an errant tackle? Will there be a hand on the ball? A little bit of nervous defending there from the home side, but they got the ball away well at the second attempt. And as we tick down towards half-time, SD Raiders pressing now, looking to get an equaliser. And it's Marcic. A little push in the back there, is there? Cooper Hannigan still battling for the ball. Hannigan and Rodic. He's on a yellow here, Rodic. He's got to be careful. Skataric battling for the ball still. And at the end of all of that, it's going to be a throw-in. McGrath has to leave the ball behind. And, you'd imagine they will take their time now. St George FC. Referee again having close words with Skataric this time. He feels like he's being fouled every time he touches the ball, Skataric. Very combative player. Referee just perhaps with a proactive refereeing there. Just asking him to calm down a fraction. And there's Skataric again. And there's Casella. And here's Skataric and Casella. Flag stays down. Casella, flag comes up late. Chris McStay over the bar. But the flag has gone up there. Casella and Skataric combining. It did look like he was in an offside position there, Casella. But again, a rather late flag for our assistant on this near side. It mattered not because Chris McStay sprayed the ball over the bar. And in Gaelic football terms, it's 1-2 for St George to no score for the ST Raiders. And, no suggestion just at the moment from our fourth official as to how many minutes we will have. Ball is now played forward. Smith wins it well in the air. McStay looking to get on the end of it, but he's beaten to it by Balfara. And again here for Skataric. Holds the ball up beautifully. McStay plays the ball as he's falling over and then gets up, gets it again. Lovely feet from McStay. The crumbs fall for Skataric. Skataric looking to play the ball in for Poon. A deflection there off Jaden Casella. Had Casella not gotten a touch on that ball, I don't think it was deliberate. Justin Poon looked like he was going to be sailing through on goal. from St George point of view, an unfortunate deflection off Casella, and we're going to have 1 minute. 1 minute of added time here. And they'll be looking to capitalise on this minute of added time here. As Fernandez still on the end of the ball. Can't quite get there. Cleared away by St George. But it falls just for McHugh. And he drops it off for Malfara. Let's build patiently here, Malfara seems to be saying as he gets the ball. And Haddad battling with Rag. Cleared away, but not all the way away. And it's Bevan for Hannigan. Back for McGrath. Back again to McHugh. And he plays it in low for Chianese. Little ding from Chianese when he finds McStay. McStay gets a touch. And little improvisational bit of play there directly below us. Haddad looking to pull off the Maradona turn, made famous in the 1986 World Cup. And, he executed, I would say, 3/4 of it right. Couldn't quite complete the flick over to Chris McStay. He was calling for the ball. And that'll do us for the first half. A very, very competitive and tight first half here. And as we pause for half-time, it's Jayden Casella's direct free kick on 31 minutes. That is the difference between the two sides. And George FC looking to end the famine, looking to end the drought. And they are leading at the break by 1-0. We'll see you in about 15 minutes.
O'Driscoll's touch for Chipman. And the ball's good. O'Driscoll lays it off for Burgess. And the deflection takes it in. Set piece not dealt with. And Manly United draw first blood on Friday night. With de Robillard. And Ono, who's always an attacking outlet from left full back. He goes for goal himself. Not dealt with by Curto. And tapped in by Coop. And Manly are now full of confidence. Evans down the right. Coop there again! 2 in 2 minutes! They're still providing enough going forward to really look an attacking threat. De Robillard on the ball. Looking for goal himself. And it's going to be tucked in by Holm.
First time ball trying to pick up Meyer. Figueira hit it straight into him. Can he get it past him? Franco Meyer. That is an exceptional finish. Good ball in, and the header from KNAC. What a finish. Risky pass there, almost getting a foot was through for Aramugo. They've done it. Robert Aramugo.
Pavlovich. Katrip's got a little bit of space here. Mustafi watching, waiting for the right time to approach. And now he engages. Katrip with a burning bit of pace. And it's a great goal for the Wanderers. Awan Lawal stoops in to head home. But first, this free kick. Anderson back. Hangs it up. And the header is in from Morrison. 2 for the Wanderers. And coming in to pick the pocket cleverly. That's well done by Chetinic. Pavlovich returns it to Chetinic. It is 3 for the Wanderers. Deliberate. Here's Petratos, all given away by Armson. Pearson Kasawaya breaking forward. He feeds it through Awan Lawal. Only one outcome when Awan Lawal has the ball in that territory. And it's 4 for...
Out to Michael Kuda, and Rory Jordan's off and gone down the outside on that left-hand side. As he's tracked across by Lockie Campbell, looks to hold him up. Rory Jordan, well, 33 seconds in. They transitioned like lightning down the left there. Mount one more raid on the NSW defence, and it gets a deflection on the way through. And I think you'll find Presley Ortiz, as he looks to make it 3 for Apia. Presley Ortiz, he doesn't make mistakes from there. Presley Ortiz gets number 2 of the night. Falls short there, and he's onside. Presley Ortiz as he skips towards the 18-yard box, tracked by Campbell. 1v1, Tristan Prendergast. Presley Ortiz gets his hat-trick. The attacking players in teams that get all the kudos, and they look to pinch one back now. Union NSW.
Webster, wide for Saba. Towards the line he goes, takes on McGing, works it in. There's bodies there! There's a goal to St George City! There's the opener on 48 minutes!
You feel as though Sutherland really aren't controlling the midfield at the moment as Najjar breaks forward. Tamulkovsky puts it past Nizic. Interesting starting position of Tariq Maya on the edge of the area. Olsen steps up. And Olsen strikes it down the middle. Sutherland are level. There it goes. Cuts it back. Olsen arriving. Olsen buries it bottom corner. Some finish from Nick Olsen. Arriving late to the scene. Jordi Perez now to seal it. 3-on-1. Perez has Olsen to his left. Olsen for the hat-trick. And the win. Sutherland make it 3-1.
Fujita, Luke Quall gets a touch, and now Major can look to play it forwards. That's an excellent ball. And a chance to shoot Kunyul. It's gone through the goalkeeper, and it's an early lead. Malia dipped onto the crossbar. Quall with the header, and it bounces in. They have a second goal. Blacktown City. And
Well, you're all very welcome back to Barton Park. I've got a sea of Justins beside me here in our commentary area. I got Justin De Castro, who was our camera person to sit today, and Justin Davies, who was our match reporter. I am unfortunately not a Justin. I am a David Feeney here, bringing you all the action in the second half. What a terrific first half we had there. Tightly contested, keenly fought by both sides. One goal the difference at half-time. A free kick from Jayden Casella on the 31st minute. And this is the first time that St George FC have held a lead at home at half-time since Saturday the 21st of March. They led by 1-0 at half-time against the Marconi Stallions. They end up losing that game by 2-0. 2-1, I should say. Noah Anderson and Damien Sekenis in the 76th and 81st minute. They'll be looking to avoid that same fate here as they get us going. Chris McStay drops the ball off for Sito, and the ball nearly deflected off our match referee Ayad Naji. He was at the centre of a lot of the action in the first half. A little altercation, shall we say, with Mark Rodic. And then a booking of Rodic. He gave a free kick that led to the goal. But he has been up to the task. And now here is Casella, the goal scorer. And he's got space straight away, driving forward. He's got McStay charging on the inside. Skataric and Poon in the middle. Ball is played there for Skataric! He had an excellent chance there to double their lead. Not even a minute gone in this second half. The cross coming in from Casella. Skataric striding forward. McStay was there. This was Justin Poon, but he couldn't quite direct it on goal. What a start to that second half it would have been. We stay at 1-0. It's an energetic start here for the home side. They are playing from right to left in the second half. In their traditional jerseys, it's the red jersey with the white shorts and the green socks. St George Budapest, those Hungarian colours. As I mentioned at the start, they're also the colours of Mayo in Ireland, Gaelic football team who overcame a very long famine to win the Irish Gaelic Football Championships. 147 days between home wins for St George FC. That, in anyone's language, is a famine and or drought. And they will be looking to hang on, of course, to this lead, which would be terrific for them as they look to battle relegation. Doesn't look like they can avoid the relegation playoff. They seem an almost certainty to be in one of those two bottom positions. But if you avoid last place, you at least give yourself a chance in the promotion relegation playoff, which, as things stand, would be against the Northern Tigers, Bankstown City Lions, and Canterbury Bankstown, also hovering with intent. Very interesting weekend in the Division 1 below this. Northern Tigers defeated by Blacktown Spartans, and one Bankstown side beating the other. So we've got a free kick out on that far side. Mihail Marcic falls under the challenge. The challenge coming in there from Evan Souris, as we said. That makeshift right back, Evan Souris. He's given away the foul just on the edge of the box there. And they've got a chance to bring themselves back into this game. It was a free kick in the first half that led to the first goal. Jayden Casella, as we mentioned, on 31 minutes. Getting the ball up and over the wall and down and into the bottom corner. SD Raiders will be looking for something similar here. He was really caught there, was Marcic. He's hobbling somewhat as he makes his way back into the box. But he seems to have walked it off relatively quickly. And again, a reasonably long conversation. Ayad Naji must feel like a judge in a courtroom here somewhat. He's getting testimony, eyewitness testimony from both sides. It feels like he's being cross-examined at times. But he's been equal to the challenge so far. As we said, he's a tall man and he's physically standing up to the players at times. He's a decisive whistler as well. And he's saying, let's wait for our whistle, and here we go. Free kick now. Floated in low. Headed away well by Casella. He's there again. Player of the match last week. And, he's right on form this week. Smith now controls the ball nicely and drops it off for McStay. He's got a bit of space here. Poon, when he checked his run there, Justin Poon, he wanted the early ball. And he had to come back and just check his run. The ball is given away as Haddad has a chance driving forward. Haddad, keeper just back on his line now. Little tug of the jersey. And then a little trip. Well, Haddad felt it was a trip, but referee disagrees. Rodic picks it up well. Finds Casella. Casella. He's got two to aim at in the box. Floats it to the back post. To Hannigan. Again, for the second time tonight, Cooper Hannigan beautifully and with great composure chests the ball back to his goalkeeper. But his teammate there, Mihail Marcic, not showing the same composure. Just lets the ball run under his foot. And now Skataric looking to drive the ball in. Tackle came across really effectively there from Lockie McGrath. Really are on the back foot here in this second half, the men in green. Almost 5 minutes gone in this second half, and it has been all St George FC so far. They've had chances, they've had a header that just went wide, they've had breakaways, and now they've got themselves a corner, which Chris McStay is going to take. Right arm up in the air, signaling to his teammates. And again, they've got this straight line formation between the edge of the box and the penalty spot, all the way through to Justin Poon, who's on the goal line. And, they break their run at the last second. Let's see if they do it again. And they do indeed, and they spread out all across the box for McStay. As he floats it into the near post, it's off the bar and away. Well, the keeper was beaten there, Miguel Figueira. Chris McStay's corner has come back off the bar as Chianese contests in the air, and Soros does really well, as does Smith. And now they've got 4-on-3 here. Well, they had a 4-on-3 briefly. But, they're getting back now, the men in green. McStay floats it in low. Didn't quite catch that as he would have wanted to, Chris McStay. And, he drops it back now for Cito. Cito gets a touch. 2 number 4s coming into combat again. And keeper Hannigan does well. Wins the tussle and wins the throw, which he now takes. And he's looking to find Chianese, getting in behind. Chianese drops it forward, but O'Shea is there. And calmly again nods it back to James Hussoy. He's keeping as things stand, a second clean sheet. It's been 3 entire halves of football without conceding a goal for James Hussoy. And they've had every challenge in the book this year, the home side. They can't score enough goals, they can't keep enough goals out, and their disciplinary record has not been fantastic. But when you're in a relegation battle, and it's the last couple of rounds of the season, keeping clean sheets, absolutely crucial. And he's doing that so far. Hussoy coming with confidence, punching a few times, taking on other occasions, and being comfortable to have the ball pass back to him. And now here is Skataric. Skataric comes on the inside, and he floats it in towards Haddad. Figueira also showing confidence. And he comes and bowls it out now for Hannigan. He takes a touch with the head, and then leaves the ball behind him somewhat as Casella puts the pressure on. Does well and forces the ball for McStay. And now for Cito. Cito for Haddad. Well, he missed the ball, as did Hannigan, but Hannigan recovers well. And now comes inside. Hannigan. Rodic comes across really well there. Casella on the receiving end of a nutmeg there from Cooper Hannigan. And Rodic coming across with determination, running directly towards our commentary position here. You could see the intensity in his eyes. The challenge came in well. He won it. Took a little bit of Cooper Hannigan on the way, which I think was probably his intention. And now Haddad comes again, takes a touch. He's got Malfarah there with him. But he had 2 or 3 options there, and didn't really take any of them. Haddad, he's been lively in possession, but his final pass hasn't quite been dangerous enough to trouble the men in green. And they're coming now, SD Raiders. Smith is there, controls the ball nicely with Chianese behind him. And Fernandez pressing. Can't quite affect the clearance. Is there a handball there from Chianese? It's directly in front of the referee, and he says no, it was Fernandez, I beg your pardon. They're being forced back now. Skataric pressing hard to get in between defender and goalkeeper. Does really well there, Skataric. He has been full of energy in both the first and second halves. Bevan gives the ball away, and it falls for Rodic, who flicks it on for McStay. McStay dinks it out to Skataric. He's got his captain to aim at there in the box. Skataric comes back on the inside. And he had 2 or 3 players calling for the ball. And as he dragged back, well, he's kept the ball really nicely here. And he's found Chris McStay. McStay back for his captain. But it's blocked really well there. A chance for O'Shea, driving forward to make it 2-0. And now he is racing back in defence as O'Shea. But didn't really need to, because the pass from the SD Raiders is overhit significantly. And it's back at the feet of James Hussoy. And he bowls it out now for Rocco Smith. 3 end-to-end stuff here now at Barton Park. St George feeling like, St George FC that is, feeling like they're in the ascendancy here. And if they could just press on, maybe get a second goal, that could be enough to win this match. SD Raiders absorbing some of the pressure and looking to strike on the break. But Chianese and Fernandez have been their danger men. Not really able to affect anything dangerous in attack. Now Cito looking to turn. Caught by Marcic. Marcic got enough of the ball there for the referee's liking, and so he says throw in only. Sito. Again, he's got that unusual throw-in style. It is a fair throw-in, but has the whiff of a foul throw about it. Play on, says our referee. And now driving around the outside there is Evan Souris. More right midfielder than right full-back, as we know, Evan Souris. Just went a little bit too wide on that occasion. And as we approach the 10-minute mark in this second half, the game is poised beautifully. St George looking for their first home win in 147 days, as we've mentioned. SD Raiders looking to continue a terrific run that they've had of late. Casella gets a touch. He's got Skataric there with him. He's held up really well. There was a chance there for a moment. 3-on-3 just for a moment. But terrific defending by the SD Raiders. Held up Casella. He was forced back. He found Smith. And Smith has found Sito. And in for Casella. Well, he looked to let it run there beautifully. And Sito still going. Sito playing in the behind for Skataric. He was caught there, Casella, and he stayed down. He's back up on his feet. He's hobbling. Is he asking for the ball to be played out? No, he's saying play on, Casella. Look to let the ball run under his legs there into space. Hannigan did well to win the ball. Took a little bit of a man, but had won the ball clearly already. So no free kick there, as Lee now has the ball. Back in the centre of the defence. Drops it out to that far side. They're pressing high. They're pressing hard. Rodic pressing. Skataric pressing. McStay pressing. Haddad pressing. They're sensing a bit of blood in the water here. St George FC. Souris. He did connect with the man there as opposed to the ball. Referee waiting for advantage to develop. None coming. And substitution time. And it is indeed Edmund Haddad who's making way. He's looked lively, but that final pass has not quite delivered. So he's going to make way for a substitution of the night. And it is Lockie Sepping who is making his way on. So Sepping on. And Haddad off is our first substitution of the night. 56 minutes gone. And a free kick now. SD Raiders sending plenty of men forward here. 8 men forward. As the ball is floated up now towards the edge of the box. Chianese contesting against McStay. McStay wins it well. And a second time McStay. But now Fernandez. Head tennis in there. Marcic flicks it. Is there a chance? Is there a goal? No flag. There is the equaliser. The free kick was floated in. It ricocheted around inside the box and eventually fell to Lockie McGrath out on that far side. 56 minutes gone in the match. It's 1 goal apiece. Lockie McGrath has equalised. Haven't really had much of the running in this second half, SD Raiders, but they won themselves a free kick over on that left-hand side. Floated in. Chris McStay won it twice in the air, but they couldn't quite affect the clearance. The ball came over to this near side. It was played across to the right, again ricocheting around in the box. Men in red not able to get the ball away, and it falls for Lockie McGrath in the number 12 jersey. And he flicks it under James Hussoy. He is not able to keep a second consecutive clean sheet. And we are back to 1 goal apiece. They've got to start again. And a couple of substitutions now to be made. SD Raiders on the back of that goal. And it's Ethan Bevan who's going to be making his way off. So it's Matty Lee who is coming off. And Ethan Bevan, so 47 and 15 making their way off. And Thomas Santarossa is on in the 11 jersey. And we'll just confirm for you in a moment who that second substitute coming on is. But Santarossa on in 11, Lee in 15, and Ethan Bevan in 47, both making way. And it is Yakov Malbasa in the 9 jersey. He's made his way on. So 9 and 11 on, 47 and 15 off. Lockie Sepping looking to get into the action straight away. Can't quite connect there with Chris McStay, but here we come, Sepping working hard. Trying to cut down Cooper Hannigan, or cut down the space at least. And now Hannigan, he's gone again, Hannigan. Is he in behind? Beautifully lofted pass there over the top. And they're coming again. Well, McStay, well, he's given it away. Chris McStay. And they're coming again. And is he offside? Well, he is offside. The substitute there. He thought he was through Yakov Malbasa. The flag goes up. Now, almost an hour gone in this game. A couple of substitutions made. Let's see which team settles better. McGrath and Casella with the goals either side of half-time. And Skatarich battling for the ball there. Justin Poon battling as well. Felt he was fouled again. There was a lot of appealing here to the referee, as I said. Must feel like a judge out there. There's cross-examinations, there's appealing, there's accusations, there's finger-pointing. There's evidence being provided. He's doing well to keep a lid on it. And, it's just given out the one yellow card so far, which is a testament to some of his proactive refereeing. Now Smith takes a touch, takes a lovely second touch. Inside three players. And now the substitute, Sepping, is into a little bit of space there. Sepping, just a fraction too much on the pass there from Jaden Cito. And the ball drifts out of play. And it's being recovered by Rag. Down in that bottom right-hand corner. Rag with the underarm pass now for Cooper Hannigan. Nobody near at all for Cooper Hannigan. He's only really got a choice to throw this long, or he's got to go all the way back. In fact, he goes sideways. And he finds Jet McHugh-Shore. McHugh-Shore plays it long. Into space. Pressure now on Souris. Takes a touch and he slips. There's been a shift from Evan Souris. Chance for City Raiders. A great save. Not cleared away. It's come back inside. Marcic. Marcic with the goal. Marcic with the goal. 2 goals in 4 minutes. 60 minutes gone in this second half. And it is Mihail Marcic. The slip came from the deputising right full-back out on that far side. It was Evan Souris who slipped. And through they came. Thomas Santarossa drove in the shot. It was saved well by Husoy. But Mihail Marcic was there to pick up the pieces in the number 7 jersey. And he drove it in 5 minutes ago. St. George were leading by 1-0. Just 5 minutes later. Lucky McGrath has scored, Mihail Marcic has scored, and the SD Raiders now lead by 2-1 here at Barton Park. And a little bit of the positivity has gone out of the chat from the home side. They're shrugging the shoulders just a fraction. The body language is not fantastic. It's been so long since they've won a game at home. They've lost that winning habit, you'd think. They've got a little bit of a mountain to climb now. They've got to get themselves back into this game. They've got to get 2 goals, you feel, to win this game. And here's the man to do it. McStay. McStay crosses the ball in. Doesn't get a touch over defender, as I think he felt it might have. And out it goes for a goal kick. Not really any pressure, not really any domination of possession. A free kick that wasn't cleared led to the first goal, and a slip has led to the second. 2 key moments here in this second half, 4 minutes apart, as the SD Raiders leading by 2-1. Chianese now does well. On for Marcic, the goal scorer. He'll be full of confidence now, of course. Hannigan plays it forward, and it's off the back of Lockie Sepping. And they've got themselves a throw. And now it's SD Raiders' turn to slow things down just a bit. Now Bassa coming short. He's lost the ball. And it's played forward now. Rag taking a touch. Just getting it away from danger there, Rag. Casella is pressing hard. Casella and Skatarich both pressing. Rag does really well. And then plays it long over the top for Malbassa. Can he get in behind Malbassa? Uses his strength well, holds it up, turns inside. Terrific challenge there. Working his way back from Cito. Terrific energy from these 2 substitutes. Malbassa in 9, Santarossa in 11. They have been lively since they've come on. Putting pressure on those defenders. Coming and looking for the ball. Picking up the pieces after a mistake. That is why the team in green are currently in line for their 3rd win in a row. But what could Justin Poon do about that? Here he is, driving forward. He's got Casella in the box. He's got McStay outside him. Drops it out far to McStay. McStay floats the cross in. Sepping, waiting and hovering looking to volley that in. The ball is cleared away. Rodic contesting with Poon. And then Fernandez, anywhere will do. From Marty Fernandez there. And the drums are beating again. The supporters down here to the right-hand side, looking to encourage the home side. And now, Sepping dinks it forward for Sito. He's looking to run in behind. Hannigan checks the run, and Charlie Ragg goes over and retrieves the ball. And then he clears it long. Had the distance, but not the accuracy. 20 minutes gone in this second half. What a turnaround it has been. First 10 minutes or so, the home side looking confident, looking comfortable. They had a chance after just 1 minute. They had further domination of possession, but couldn't make it tell, couldn't get that second goal. And then in quick succession, in a burst of 4 minutes, 2 goals from the away side. But here's St George looking to get back into it, and they've won themselves a corner now, out on that far side. They'll be absolutely desperate to get themselves back into this game. They need an equaliser, and in reality, they then need a winner to give themselves the best possible chance of avoiding the automatic drop. That really is what they're playing for at this stage in reality. As the corner now is floated in. Chianese is there. Clears it away well. Sepping, trying to get on the end of it. Santa Rosa gets there. Flick back in. Rocco Smith. Is there a hand there? Well, big appeals for handball there. As Rocco Smith followed in on the goalkeeper there. Caught the goalkeeper just a fraction late. And Skataric having a little conversation with Alessandro Lalana, who's our assistant referee over on the far side. He is saying that that was a handball. It's one of the interesting things about these jerseys. If you touch the ball on the sleeve of the jersey, you can just see there's a little white trim on the edge of the SD Raiders jersey. If you touch the ball on the sleeve or above, it is not handball. If you touch it just below that white sleeve, and many of the players have got another green sleeve underneath just to make it difficult, strictly speaking, that is handball. But it was very, very close to that white line, that little strip of white that is on the edge of the sleeve there. But, referee says not a handball. Skataric not impressed with that decision. As McStay now turns inside, goes past the goal scorer, and then looks to play the ball out into space. Looking to find Justin Poon, but can't quite find him. Back for the goalkeeper, takes a touch. Casella is pressing hard. Does enough to force the hurried clearance, Jaden Casella. As Justin Poon rushes to keep the ball in play, can't quite do it. So we're going to have a throw in out on that far side. The tension is going to ramp up here at Barton Park. St George have got to chase this game. A defeat is potentially disastrous. But, defeat by 2 goals instead of 1 doesn't really make a huge amount of difference at this point. As Chianese looks to dot the ball forward. Sito is there. And Sito looks to clear it, but only as far as Hannigan now. Will he shoot? Hannigan with the shot. Blocked away. As far as Santa Rosa, and he's still got the ball inside the box. And go around the outside. Santa Rosa, ball has not gone out. Thomas Santa Rosa drops it back. Cleared off the line. Brilliantly there. Last ditch defending. As Sepping comes down this near side. And he is taken out of it by a rather agricultural challenge from our goal scorer, Mihail Marcic. Referee not thinking about a card there, as the game is really opening up now. Skataric looking to play it in behind. Casella. Well, he looked to have held his run there from our vantage point. The assistant out on that far side. Alessandro Lalana perfectly positioned. Didn't quite check the run enough. And it's going to be a free kick. Plenty of movement on both benches over on that far side. Looks like Robert Aramugo is getting ready to make his way on. Jonathan Shabatu also warming up. And on the St George bench as well. 2, possibly 3 players getting ready to make their way on. Just over 20 minutes to go here. It's real do or die stuff for the home side. Reminding you of the fixtures they have coming up. It's Apia, it's Western Sydney Wanderers, it's Blacktown City and Sydney United 58. That is the run-in for the home side here. And that is a not very enviable run-in. And they're back in possession now. But they've given it away almost immediately. And Fernandez against Souris. Out on that far side, Fernandez. Jinks back inside. Goes around Poon. Sees Chris McStay there. And so drops it off for his captain, Malfara. Malfara now to this near side for Chianese. Chianese drives it in low. 2 slips and a shot. Well, there were 2 slips inside the box there for the men in red. They might have needed the long tags on tonight. But the ball fell very, very invitingly for Thomas Santarossa. Could not quite connect. Didn't really trouble the goalkeeper. He's picked it up and bowled it out. And now Skataric. Skataric aiming for the shot! Oh, it is a goal. It went through the net. It's 2-2. What a shot from Skataric. The ball went into the net and through the net on the outside. Everybody paused for review. An unusual incident here at Barton Park where the ball goes between the posts and through the net. Well, they say you've got to hit the back of the net. He certainly did. And Skataric, 70 minutes gone here. A most unusual incident. It's 2 goals apiece. Quizzical looks all round from the SD Raiders player. The goalkeeper in particular looking very uncertain there as to what had happened, but they have got themselves right back into it here. It's 2 goals apiece. 2 goals apiece even. And some bit of panicky defending there from the SD Raiders. 20 minutes to go here. We are in for a roller coaster. 20 minutes here for sure. McStay uses out to Malfara. And Malfara for Marcic. He strides forward. Holds it up nicely. And then drops it outside. Overlapping run coming in. Driven in low. Captain Fantastic is there. Pat O'Shea takes the ball, takes the touch, and finds Poon. Justin Poon. He's got Casella making a run. He's got Skataric short. He's thinking about going himself. Poon. He goes past 1. He goes past 2. Can't quite get past Lockie McGrath and then catches him late. That is the sort of run that Justin Poon has become known for. Those slaloming runs with a little bit of space in front of him, where defenders are not tight to each other. The defensive line is, in rugby league terms, not flat. And he slaloms in and out as he looked to do there. Got past 1 and got past halfway past a second, but couldn't get himself through. Some substitutions being readied. The ball has been played into the edge of the box first. Hannigan. Looking to step over the ball, Hannigan, and go around Sepping, and he drives in the cross low. Chianese takes a touch. He's got Fernandez there. Drops it off to Fernandez. Fernandez with the shot. An important clearance away again from O'Shea. Couldn't be sure that the goalkeeper had it covered. And so just got a little glancing header on it there. Did really well to get the ball away. There's going to be a corner kick here out on that far side. And they are rushing now. We're going to have 2 substitutions in just a moment or 2. 3 substitutions, in fact. Are they going to come before the corner? No, they're holding off. 2 St George players ready to come on. And 1 for SD Raiders. Shabatu and Eramago have sat back down. Now, here's the corner. Floated in. On top of the goalkeeper. He punches well. Not all the way away. Still dancing around there. Well, there's a high foot. There's a very high foot there, in fact. And so much so the referee's going to brandish a yellow card there. A very, very high foot. But some apologies coming in. I think a genuine attempt to play at the ball there from Jakob Malbasa. And an apologetic pat on the back. But, good sportsmanship there, and Rodic appreciates it. And they're going to make those substitutions now. Well, it's Malbasa is going in to the book, so it's McStay and Poon who are making their way off, and Chianese. And here comes Chris McStay on this near side. So Chris McStay has made his way off. Wholesale changes here, and there is going to be a 4th substitution, in fact, but not just yet. So we'll bring you all the details of those substitutions in just a moment or 2. But Chris McStay definitely off. He's been the creator supreme here, but has missed so much of the season, perhaps just running out of steam a fraction. As Casella battles for the ball. And so confirming, coming on, Makimoto. He's made his way on. Very exciting player, Toshiki Makimoto. And here he is on the ball again in the 12 jersey for St. George. Dinks it over the top, looking for Sepping. But it's fallen for Skataric. Skataric running, beating one, beating two. Skataric drops it off nicely for Sepping. Sepping dinks it across. Half cleared away. And then the clearance is completed by Fernandez. Well, Park completed. Sito was there. And all form and formats and shape are being discarded here, it seems. As St. George FC just drive forward. There's that almost full moon here up in the background as well, if you can see it. Terrific drama here. A full moon to keep us company. And a little bit of full moon fever here for both teams. They're charging forward. And that's two St. George players not communicating. And there's a chance inside the box, and there's a stumble. Well, it's all happening here. The full moon fever is affecting both teams here somewhat. There's slips, there's trips. Santa Rosa looked like he was through there, but he has fallen over. Two St. George players collided with each other there. And they've got now four up front. St. George, Skataric, Casella, Sepping. And I think it's Harry Keys who's come on there as well. We'll confirm that for you in just a moment. It is indeed Harry Keys in the 21 jersey. He's also made his way on. And, in fact, it looks like it's just two at the back here for St. George. Rocco Smith is back. Rodic is back. Well, Pat O'Shea is furthest back, but they're being pressed high now. ST Raiders looking to press high and not give them the opportunity to play the ball forward. Keys had come short. Couldn't quite find him, and the ball has gone out of play. 15 or so minutes to go here at Barton Park. 2 goals apiece. Flag stays down. And behind here again. Trying to get the cross in. Cross comes in. Smith does well. Couldn't contest the corner. Couldn't concede the corner, I should say. Had to try and keep the ball in play. And that's what it's going to be like for these last few minutes. Lockie Everett charging down that left-hand side. Lockie Everett is our other substitute who's come on. Thank you to Justin Davies for that little bit of information. They can't even concede a corner really in reality here, St. George. They've got to keep the ball in play. And another slip out there. It's getting treacherous underfoot. Now looking to find Marcic. Battling for the ball is Malfara and Makimoto. Makimoto beats one. And beats a second and is pulled back. And Lockie Everett not best pleased there. And the referee is just explaining that there was probably 2, possibly 3 fouls there. Malfara holding Makimoto back. And then the second challenge comes in from Everett. And Hisoya is going to come forward here and play the ball forward. Floats it forward. Keys looking to contest. Can't get a touch, but it comes off a green jersey. Santa Rosa there, playing in the left full back position. And it seems now, yes, St. George seems to be just playing 2 at the back. It's Rocco Smith and it's O'Shea at the back as the ball is crossed in. And it avoids and evades everyone. Keeper misses it. Defenders miss it. Attacker misses it. And Sito looks to play the ball forward. Has he won himself the throw in there? Marcic felt like the ball had come off a red jersey. The referee disagrees. So Sito with the throw. Finds Makimoto. Back for Sito. Rocco Smith for O'Shea. He's urging his men forward. Is O'Shea. Everybody back behind the ball now in a green jersey. Smith plays the ball in low for Makimoto. Makimoto jinking feet inside the box. Looking to shoot, but it's blocked away. Smith takes a touch. Has to find a teammate. Doesn't. Finds Fernandez. And on the break here, they're going to be very, very dangerous, ST Raiders. Into the middle of the field. Not committing too many forward. Keys does really well. Chases back hard. Stops McGrath from getting any further forward. But you can just see on the break there, in transition, if they get the ball, ST Raiders, they're going to be very, very dangerous indeed. And now Keys pressing. But Figuera gets there first, does well, wins the ball, clears it out, and out it goes for a throw-in. Almost exactly on halfway. 11 minutes of normal time to go. St. George FC have got 11 minutes to possibly save their season. We mentioned the running that they have. It's not much easier for Sydney Olympic. They've got Apia, Uni New South Wales, also Sydney United 58, and Marconi, and then Sydney FC. So it's not a particularly easy run in either for Sydney Olympic. That's the headed clearance. It's just dotted back to his goalkeeper there. Elegantly done by McGrath. Currently sit 1 point above Olympic. 20 points. On the live ladder they would have 21, and their goal difference is significantly better. But a win tonight would put them 4 points clear with a significantly better goal difference. And now here's Keys. Keys! Is this the moment? Harry Keys! He's had his jersey tugged! Again for a second time. Keys still in possession. Well, there looked to be a handful of jersey there inside the box. Neither referee nor linesman respond. And the home fans certainly responded here beside us to the left. They felt that there was a reasonable shout for a penalty, as Hannigan gets in there first and does really well. And we're going to have ourselves another substitution now out on that far side. And it's going to be Eramugo who's coming on. He was warming up significantly earlier. So it's Eramugo on and Marty Fernandez off. Very dangerous battle at the break, Marty Fernandez. But Robert Eramugo is also. Justin Davies with the assist on the substitutions. Thank you, Justin. So Eramugo up front. And he is now alongside Jakob Malbasa, looking to break away. And here is Makimoto. And he drops it short for Skataric. He gets there just before Eramugo. And it comes again for Souris. Back for Skataric. They're going to set the play up here. Their captain, O'Shea. And he jinks it through for Casella. Casella gets a touch. Flag has gone up though. Flag has gone up. He's playing right on the offside line there, Casella. If he can hold his run just a fraction, he will be in behind. Looking to add to his goal. Game and recap. 31st minute, a terrific free kick from Jayden Casella. Lockie McGrath equalised just about 10 minutes into the second half. 4 minutes later, Mael Marcic made it 2-1, following a slip from Evan Souris. And then on the 70th minute, a very unusual incident. Skataric with the shot. It beat the keeper. It went inside the goal, but it then went through the net. Players not sure if the goal was going to stand, but it did. No ghost goal. It was a real goal. And that is how we stand. With just about 10 minutes or so to go, including injury time in this match. St. George desperate for a win. And they've given the ball away here. Malfara. Is he going to shoot? He finds Eramago. Eramago turns. The keeper comes. The keeper takes. And at the second attempt, he gets it. They've got to live dangerously, the home side, because they have to press on and try and get a win. Skataric holds up the ball nicely, looks up, and he sees Sepping. Sepping's in a bit of space. He's driving forward. They're charging back now, defence, the men in green. Sepping plays it in low. The ball is cleared away really well. It finds Jaden Cito. Not that many men forward in red. There's Skataric in behind for Sepping. And there's Casella! Right down the throat of Miguel Figueira, who was positioned well for that one. He is really looking so lively in these last few minutes. Casella, you've got to think another chance will surely come his way. O'Shea wins it well in the air. Casella, there he is again. Somehow he's got himself from the edge of the box in a shot. I beg your pardon, that was Makimoto, my mistake. Makimoto was there in the 12. I was thinking Jayden Casella was having some superhuman strength to get back in there. A man of similar size, Makimoto, he was there and he won it in the air. But they've given the ball away. It's found its way to Lockie Everett. And Everett now for Rag. Hannigan calling for the ball on this near side. Rag chooses to just hold it up. Exchange a few passes. And Everett then spreads it out to the far left-hand side for McHugh Shore. Everett calling for it back inside. McHugh Shore chooses to float it in. Marcic is there. Still haven't cleared it. Dinked up to the back post. And it's headed and it's in. They've got themselves a third goal. It's Jakob Malbasa in the 83rd minute. It is 3-2. Jakob Malbasa at the back post. The ball was dinked up beautifully. He attacked the ball well, Malbasa. They had to press forward, St. George, and try and get a winning goal, you would feel. Who knows, when you look back at the end of the season, would a point have been enough? You can't tell at this point in the season. They're playing at home. They've got to press on and try and get a goal. And they've conceded, leaving gaps at the back. Malbasa rises almost unchecked at the back. And he dinks the header in. We've had another substitution. For St George, we'll bring you those details in just a moment. I just saw the fourth officials board flash up just for a moment and then flash down, so we'll confirm that substitution for you in a moment. As they press again, looking for a third goal. Sito drops it back for Sepping, who finds Makimoto. Rodic for Smith. Everybody behind the ball now. And Sepping, can he get on the end of it? Just a little bit too much on it there for Lucky Sepping. And it's Isaac Cunningham in 14 who was made his way on. Another attacking option for St George FC. As the ball now was floated forward. O'Shea wins it in the air. Drops it in for Smith. Smith back for Husoi. Husoi drops it out to this near side for Sepping. Sepping inside for Makimoto. Makimoto driving forward. Running well and running hard, Makimoto. And he finds Sepping. He's going again, Makimoto. Sepping floats the ball into the back post. Keeper calls. Keeper takes. Comfortable there in the end for Figueira. Terrific running forward there for Makimoto on Sepping. And now just two at the back. O'Shea at the back there with Sito. O'Shea drops the header off. Finds Skataric. Skataric and Keys exchanging passes. Skataric now driving forward. He's getting so frustrated out there, Skataric. He did really well to keep himself composed. He had the ball. He looked ready to throw it at the assistant out on that far side, but composed himself. Thought that Jet McHugh had committed a foul there. But he had not. 4 minutes on the clock. 4 minutes of regular time, that is. Malbassa looking to hold it up. Can't quite hold it up. And it's Sito. Marcic driving in hard on Husoi. He clears the ball long and high into the sky. Cunningham contesting for the ball. Malfara takes a touch. Ricochet falls for Casella. Casella looking to release Cunningham. Can't quite get it away. And then Sito does well to win it in the air. 2 red jerseys almost leaving them for each other. Hannigan, well, he grabs Makimoto around the neck somewhat. And, Hannigan, who is the leading card receiver from a yellow card point of view. More yellow cards than any other player in the competition. And, actually had a quick chat to his dad earlier, who I've met at a couple of the games. And all for silly stuff. Not really for anything malicious. Back chat, a bit of retaliation, some mistimed tackles. But, they've been adding up. And now here's the ball just on the edge of the box. Rocco Smith goes to ground. Felt like he had his jersey tugged. But, plaintive appeals for a penalty from Smith. And gave Lockie McGrath a bit of a clip around the ear afterwards, but a friendly clip around the ear. And McGrath giving him a little pat on the back. They've sent him forward a couple of times this year, Rocco Smith, to try and cause a bit of havoc in the opposition box. He can test well in the air. He scored himself a couple of goals. But they have resorted to that tactic again here, St George. They are trailing by 3 goals to 2 here. 1 point even. They would probably, well, they would almost certainly take the 1 point now at this stage. And what a difference that might make. But, the ball really goes over the top of McGrath. McGrath drops it off for Everett. Felt like he was caught late there, Everett. The referee says no, let's play on. And here comes Makimoto. Makimoto for Skataric. Skataric plays it outside. Felt like he was checked there, Skataric. Ball is floated in. Smith is there, as is Cunningham. Neither of them can get a decisive touch on the ball. And Skataric felt like he was checked there after he passed the ball. Got the ball and gave it. And certainly there was a collision with McHugh. Looked fairly innocuous. Oh, it is in fact, no, there is a card for McHugh. He followed through. He's looking a little bit surprised there in the number 5 jersey. It's Jet McHugh. He is on the receiving end of a yellow card. Just the 3rd yellow card of the night. Looked like we were in store for several more cards than that at different phases of this game. But with Skataric just getting a bit of attention. A little match in review. First half, St George probably the better side. Dominated possession, had a couple of chances. Scored a terrific goal direct from a free kick from Jaden Casella. And that's how we had things at half-time. Into the second half, very, very bright start from the home side. Skataric had a great chance to make it 2-0. Less than a minute gone in the second half. Couldn't find the target. And then 2 goals in 4 minutes. Lockie McGrath and Mikhail Marcic, 56th and 60th minute. Skataric then got himself on the score sheet. A terrific driven low shot from outside the box that went past the keeper, went between the posts and went through the net. Unusually 2-2. They pressed on then for the third goal. Couldn't quite get it, and on the break Jakob Melbassa dinked a header in past James Hussoy, and that is how things stand in the 90th minute of this game. The home side St George 2, the away side SD Raiders 3. St George desperate for an equaliser here, and they'll be throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, at this. And they throw a little bit too much at it on that occasion. And so it is going to be a free kick, and the SD Raiders, you imagine now, as we tick down towards the completion of the 90 minutes. We'll glance across to the fourth official and see how many minutes we have. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It's a little bit longer than I thought it would be. 5 minutes of added time here at the end of this second half. I'm Alfara. Is this the right place to take it from, referee? The classic time wasting question. Am I okay here? Knowing full well that he's totally fine there. And he's going to leave this for Hannigan. He's going to float it in. Well, Malfara floats it in to a very dangerous area. But you saw he does well. He comes, he takes, and he clears long up into the night sky. Rocco Smith contesting there, but couldn't quite get there in time. And they've cleared it away. They're going to come again here, the men in red. Well, the ball is left behind. And then the ball comes over the top, and the keeper comes out really well. But he looked to be in behind there for a moment, Malbassa. This is going to be helter-skelter stuff here in these last few minutes. Marcic, he's come from an onside position, and he's going to flick it down for Aramugo, is he? Well, he decides to take a touch himself, Marcic. And he has a handful of jersey there. Referee says no foul. Cleared away. We play on. Santa Rosa's got the ball now. Drives into the edge of the box. Santa Rosa chooses the wise option. Holds it up. Just steps inside. And wins himself a throw-in. Smart play there from Thomas Santa Rosa. Aramugo driving forward. Mel Marcic driving forward. But Santa Rosa said, let's slow this down a little bit. The ball has gone out of play. We'll have somebody else just stride across to take this throw in. Run another couple of seconds off the clock. And Marcic, in fact, was just retrieving the ball for Santa Rosa to take. And he finds Aramugo. And Aramugo to Everett. Everett driving in towards the edge of the box here. Everett still in possession. Drives it across. Can't find a green jersey. Makimoto can't hold it. Cooper Hannigan with the shot. Comes back off Aramugo. Then the shot is driven in. Well, the ball is not going out of play. He looks to be in an offside position there. Referee has not flagged. Sito has got the ball. He plays it inside. And Sepping does well. And now here is Makimoto. He's got 5 green jerseys around him, which is unusual considering how deep he is inside his own half. And they're going to play it away now. 2 minutes of stoppage time already gone here. 3 to go. Skataric looking to get around his man. Can't quite do it. Can Santa Rosa keep it in? He almost can. Well, SD Raiders bench are up. They felt that the ball had not drifted out of play there. The assistant out on that far side, Alessandro Lana, felt that absolutely he was. Last chance saloon. The ball is driven forward. Cunningham looking to get on the end of it, but the ball was played to the left edge of the box. Everybody was either in the middle or on the right-hand side of the box from a defensive point of view. Couldn't find a red jersey. O'Shea wins it well in the air. McHugh Shore comes, wins it on the half volley. Almost 3 minutes gone now. 2 minutes of added time to go. Smith is forward. Cunningham is forward. Makimoto was forward. O'Shea is now heading forward. They're leaving just Sito at the back. Just one defender back. As every other player in red drifts forward. The touch is there for Cunningham. Can he get there? Isaac Cunningham. He gets a touch, but he can't keep the ball in play. And out it goes for a goal kick. Michael Figueira with some emergency water there. Of course, again, to just run a few more seconds off the clock. This would be 3 wins on the bounce for the SD Raiders, and this would secure their position in the top division of the NPL New South Wales for another season. And that, if you would offer them that at the start of the season, they would have absolutely bitten your hand off. After the first couple of rounds, in fact, they were looking like they were going to be favourites for relegation. But they're coming again now with Aramugo. He has drifted into an offside position here. Just over a minute to go. Well, they have taken the free kick there, and Somewhat fortuitously for the home side. Aramogo slips. And Rodic gets the ball. And they take the throw in again. It's back to the keeper. Has to take a touch and then another slips on the Keystone Cops out there. Ball is now floated forward. Hannigan can't win it. Makimoto driving in towards the edge of the box. Crosses it to the back post. Casella, can he get there? He's going to pick up the crumbs, Casella, and he does well. And he drops it off for Keys. Keys, he's inside the box. Keys drives in the cross, but very smartly with his hands behind his back. Jet McHugh sure. Are they going to send everybody forward? Is the keeper going to go forward here? We've got 30 seconds to go. James Hussoy stays on the halfway line. This really is last chance saloon. Corner floated in. Rocco Smith contesting. Makimoto contesting. And the referee says that's going to be a goal kick. And with 15 seconds to go, you've got to think that's likely going to do it. Rocco Smith has got himself a yellow card. That one had been coming. And it's looking like it's going to be another home defeat here. They led and they were level, but they have not been able to hang on here, not even for a point by the looks of things. As the referee has another glance at his watch. And St George FC has the chance gone for them to claim an extra point. There is the final whistle. The SD Raiders secure their position in the top division of the NPL New South Wales. St George FC for the moment are hanging on. They have lost here by 3-2 at Barton Park in what has been a very eventful night. They still stay second last on the ladder, just one place above Sydney Olympic, but this was a glorious opportunity for them to get some points that has passed them by. Casella scored first in the 31st minute. McGrath and Marchich made it 2-1 after 60. Skataric equalised after 70 to make it 2-2. In the 83rd minute, Malbasa sealed the game with a header at the back post. And so we will wrap it up here. It's Justin De Castro, Justin Davies and David Feeney wishing you a very good night here from Barton Park, and we will see you next time at the football. Going out the bottom of the net straight away, or did it take you a second? Straight away, it took us a second. Street shoes always a fun day.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. I thought when they got the 2-2, I thought St George were going to win it.
Good goals though. Yeah, I got confused with that one.
I know you went through the net.
I was there and I. Yeah.
No, he's not. He's not. Did you know he's back already? You coming down the back? Yeah, I'm coming down.
Say again?
Okay.